Hello, everybody, and welcome into the broadcast. I am Samuel Reese coming to you live this morning for the quarterfinal round of the 2020 Tokyo Olympics in the women's soccer tournament. And boy, should we be in for a great matchup tonight in Japan. It is the Netherlands versus the United States in the 2019 FIFA Women's World Cup rematch. And some would say, based on the group stage performances of both sides, that perhaps the Netherlands are the favorites in this one. It should definitely be a good one. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in as we are just about set for kickoff. And I will get right into the starting lineups. First, for the Netherlands, who are led by Sarina Wiegman, it's Sari van Veenendaal in goal. Meanwhile, it's Lynn Wilms and Dominique Bloodworth as the outside backs. Aniek Noen and Stephanie van der Gracht are the center back pairing for the Dutch. The three in the midfield are Jill Roord, Jackie Groenen, and Daniela van der Donk. And then the trio up top consists of Shanice van de Sanden, Viviane Miedema, who's been lighting it up this tournament, as well as Lieke Mertens. For the U.S., who are led by Vlatko Andonovski, it's Alyssa Nair in goal. Multiple changes made, I should say. Crystal Dunn and Kelly O'Hara are the outside backs. The center back pairing tonight, Becky Sauerbrunn and Abby Dahlkemper. Sam Ewis, Julie Ertz, and Lindsay Horan are in the midfield. And the three up top are Tobin Heath, Carly Lloyd, and Lynn Williams. Williams gets her first start of these Olympics. Hello, Mike. Thanks for tuning in. Well, I greatly appreciate that, Mike. I greatly appreciate that. Well, women's soccer is entertaining. I'll tell you that much. I definitely suggest getting into it. But hey, I appreciate you tuning in just for me. Thank you so much, Mike. And it is a 7 a.m. Eastern time kickoff. For those of you like myself here in the United States, it's an 8 p.m. local time kickoff in Japan, and it will be the Dutch getting things underway in this World Cup final rematch. The winner to the semifinals of the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. And we do know that the winner of this game will take on Canada after Canada just moments ago took down Brazil in a thrilling penalty kick shootout. And so off we go. The Netherlands in their traditional orange colors as the designated home team, the U.S. in all white. And it will be a Dutch throw-in right off the bat here, taken by Lynn Wilms. The United States finished with 1 win, 1 draw, and 1 loss in the group stage. Meanwhile, for the Netherlands, they were perfect in the group stage, scoring 21 goals. Yes, 21 goals in 3 matches. The opposition obviously wasn't too strong, except for Brazil, in which the Dutch still scored 3 goals. Or sorry, the Dutch went two wins, 1 draw, and no losses. They did tie Brazil, but finished top of the group nonetheless. My apologies on that. And now this pass will come back for Van Veenendaal. Sauerbrunn controls. Okay, Mike. Yeah, it's 12 o'clock in Algeria. Yep. So it's a perfect time for you. Yep. Yeah, it's a bit early here, 7 a.m., but it's doable. Not as bad as the other day when they played at 4 a.m. Of course, plenty of Olympic events going on right now. The qualifying heats in swimming, the men's doubles final going on right now in tennis. You got track and field finals and qualifying rounds, and U.S. men baseball in action against Israel, as well as the men's singles final for table tennis taking place. So a lot of Olympic events happening currently in prime time in Japan, the morning hours here in the U.S. And this is a mouth-watering matchup. It really is. Here's Abby Dahlkemper back for Alyssa Nair. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Here's Lindsey Horan out wide for Crystal Dunn. And that pass out wide ends up out of play for a Dutch throw-in. It wasn't all that convincing of a group stage showing from the U.S. over the course of their 3 matches. After falling 3-0 in shocking fashion to Sweden in their opener, they did respond well, beating New Zealand handedly, but then it was a bit of a conservative approach to that Australia match, and they did secure second spot. Even if they had beaten the Australians, it still would have been the same scenario for the U.S., where they would have finished second in the group. As that pass sails over the end line for a Netherlands goal kick. And it will be Van Veenendaal taking the goal kick for the Dutch. And there's a foul spotted. Down went Stephanie van der Gracht. Tobin Heath involved in the challenge. Of course, when these two teams met 2 summers ago in the 2019 World Cup final, it was the U.S. coming out on top 2-0. But it's the Netherlands team who continually improve. Here's Kelly O'Hara. O'Hara down the line. Running onto it is Lynn Williams, but getting there first was Dominique Bloodworth. Now Jackie Gronin under some pressure. Lynn Williams helping out Carly Lloyd. The Netherlands have it. Is that a foul? No. Clean win. Julie Ertz has it for the United States. And now Dahlkemper finding Sauerbrunn. Sauerbrunn and Horan linking up. 6 minutes in. Both teams feeling each other out in the early stages. The winner to the Olympic semifinals. Tobin Heath all the way back towards Alyssa Nair. Nair out of her penalty area to find Sauerbrunn. Here's Sam Ewis. Now Williams ahead for O'Hara. O'Hara to the end line. Her cross is blocked by Mertens. But it will be a corner kick coming for the U.S., their first of the night. Well, already compared to that Australia game, it's a better tempo to start the match from the U.S. What's going on, Joe? Thanks for tuning in. Glad to have you here. Is that right? The Eurosport feed says the game starts in 4 minutes. That's weird. Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Joe. Thanks so much for coming in. As Tobin Heath will take the corner kick. An outswinging delivery. And there's the header cleared away. Dahlkemper has her pass sail out of play. Not the best pass out wide. Dahlkemper didn't play against Australia after she made that mistake against New Zealand, which led to New Zealand's only goal. Here's now Lindsey Horan. Dahlkemper finding Sauerbrunn. Tobin Heath dealing with the pressure. Now it's Dahlkemper again. Has Sauerbrunn to her left. Oh, hi from the Canary Islands, Spain. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Juana, for tuning in. I appreciate it. Great to have you here on the broadcast. 8 minutes gone. No goals yet in this World Cup final rematch. Here's Lindsey Horan on the left wing. Thank you, Bill, as well, for stopping in. I'm not going to give you any type of gambling advice, Bill, because I don't gamble myself. So, but if I were you, I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. I'm not super confident, to be honest, about the U.S. If I'm being completely honest. But hey, if you want to go for it, go for it. I mean, I still have the U.S. winning, but I'm not, extremely confident about it, in all honesty, even though I am a U.S. supporter, of course. And that's given away to Julie Ertz. Ertz ahead. Tobin Heath onside. Here's the shot. There's the goal. Tobin Heath has... No, she hasn't. The flag in the end raised. For a moment there, it appeared as though Tobin Heath had put the United States in front. But looking at the replay, yes, she was just a half yard offsides, leaning in an offside position. The assistant referee let the attacking phase play out. But then once the ball found the back of the net, the flag went up. And indeed, that appeared to be the right decision. Yeah, I know, Joe. I know. Another goal of hers disallowed. Thank you, GameX, for tuning in. How are you doing, GameX? Great to have you along here. 10 minutes gone. 0-0. Greetings from Kenya. That's awesome. Thank you, Laurent, for tuning in from Kenya. Yeah, absolutely, man. I like your attitude. I hope the U.S. win as well. Hopefully. It should be a good game, though. This game in Yokohama. It's actually the largest stadium among all of the soccer venues. It holds about 72,000, but sadly, no fans permitted due to COVID-19. Julie Ertz leaping up for the header. She takes a fall. Foul called against Shanice Van de Sanden. There was no harmful intent there from Van de Sanden, but certainly an awkward landing for Ertz. Just landed on her back pretty hard. You're also watching the Great Britain-Australia game, Joe? Wow, it was 2-2 in extra time. Okay, I saw that when Great Britain were up 2-1, but I did not notice that Australia tied it up. So. Oh, the Aussies just scored as well. Okay, wow, in extra time. Well, thanks for the update on that, Joe. And yeah, Bill, I mentioned that at the top of the broadcast. The Netherlands have scored 21 goals. And they scored 21 goals in the 3 group stage games. But yes, the U.S. did beat the Netherlands 2-0 in the World Cup final. As I touched on, yes. I don't know, Bill. I think I was mentioning that as this ball falls to Ertz. I was mentioning I think the Netherlands, based on how both teams played in the group stage, as Julie Ertz is flagged offside, that makes me feel like the Netherlands may be the slight favorites. And oh yeah, they're showing it right now. The update on screen, Joe. You are correct. Australia have just taken the lead over Great Britain in one of the other 4 quarterfinals today. It's 3-2 Australia in the first half of extra time. And then the other quarterfinal going on right now, Sweden are leading Japan 2-1. That game currently in the second half. Yeah, Mike, Alex Morgan is not starting. No. Thank you, Gabriella, for catching that comment before I got to it. No, Alex Morgan not in tonight's starting lineup. She certainly could be a one of the top candidates to come in as a substitute, but no, she doesn't get the start. It's Tobin Heath, Carly Lloyd, and Lynn Williams up top. Definitely some interesting decisions made by Vlatko Andonovski for this match. As Ertz steps in, the pass forward, not quite settled by Carly Lloyd, but it's won back by Lindsay Horan. Horan ultimately finding Heath, laid ahead, done the cross, the header, saved off the post, and now pounced on by Van Venendaal. The Dutch keeper denies Lindsay Horan, who's so lethal with her head, and she went down quickly to parry that off the post, and somehow it stays out of the goal. The U.S. bench thought it was a goal. They were ready to celebrate, but instead it remains 0-0. Thank you, Sortree, for watching. Where can you watch this for free? I'm not sure if you can get it for free, in all honesty. If you live in the United States, this game is on NBC Sports Network, as well as the NBC Sports app and the website, NBCSports.com. If you live outside of the U.S., I'm not sure I can help you. I don't know where it's being shown outside of the USA. Yes, that is correct, Gabriella. Brazil lost in penalty kicks to Canada. That was a thrilling ending. I caught the end of that match before this one started. Yeah, that was penalties are always heartbreaking, as you say, Joe. Yep. It was an epic penalty kick shootout. But in the end, Canada pulled through, and so the winner of this game will take on Canada in the semifinals as Horan's clipped. Free kick awarded. 15 minutes played in Yokohama. No goals. This is the final quarterfinal, although, as I mentioned, a lot of quarterfinals overlapping. In fact, we've got 3 going on right now, with all the kickoffs being just 1 hour apart. It's a wasted free kick by the U.S., as it's out of play for a Dutch goal kick. Yeah, Mike, pretty much the same here in the well, in the USA, I guess it's the same, where you can find some illegal streams. I don't really try it, but because I have a cable TV subscription. Oh, and it's legal. Well, that's the difference. Here in the USA, I guess you can get around the rules and find some illegal streams for free, but you're not going to find a free stream that's legal. You pretty much have to have a cable subscription or subscribe to a streaming service. As Bloodworth will take the throw-in. She finds Jackie Grunin. Stepping in was Ertz for the steal. As I was mentioning, Canada beating Brazil on PKs. Canada just seemed to be an Olympic kind of team. They seem to, underwhelm a bit in World Cups and then maybe overperform in the Olympics. I don't know if there's any middle ground with Canada, but they always tend to do well when it comes to the Olympics. As Lieke Martens went down for the Dutch. Free kick awarded to the Netherlands. Wow, Australia scored again. Wow, thanks for the another update, Joe. So it's 4-2 Australia over Great Britain. My, oh my. Yeah, wow. I mean, Great Britain looked really good in the group stage, but yeah, it looks like Australia are going to pull through. Here is Van de Donk. Now Van de Sanden. Deflected cross, edge of the box. Here comes the shot. First effort block, second try, and there's a goal. The Netherlands break through And it's the 9th goal of the tournament for Vivianne Miedema. She does not stop scoring for the Dutch. And on the turn, she slots one into the bottom left corner. And the Netherlands have taken the lead. It was just an unlucky bounce off the deflection, but all credit to Miedema here. That is a world-class finish, controlling it on the turn, and Nair simply had no chance of coming up with the save. Perfect placement on the strike, and the Netherlands have taken the lead over the United States. It's the 9th goal of the tournament for Miedema in just the 4th game for the Dutch. She is simply remarkable. And now the United States will have to play from behind for the 2nd time this tournament. And, of course, the first time was in their opener against Sweden, where they never recovered and ultimately lost 3-0. How will they respond in a game they have to win? It's win or go home here in the quarterfinals of the Olympics. The Dutch will switch the point of attack, and now they have all the confidence in the world. Lynn Wilms plays it forward into the run of Van de Donk, who couldn't quite save that ball from going over the end line. Goal kick, U.S., but it's the Dutch in the lead, 1-0. Vivianne Miedema has been superb in this tournament. And she's got another goal in the early stages of this match. This ball rolls out for a U.S. throw-in. And now let's see how the U.S. do facing some adversity. As I mentioned, they haven't really been the usual United States team we're used to seeing in past, World Cups and Olympics, where they, look very comfortable and dominate for the most part. That's been far from the case in these Olympics. And the same can be said so far tonight, as Vanda Sanden looking to create a chance, but sliding in to break it up was Sauerbrunn. It's a Dutch team who was shut out in a 2-0 loss to the U.S. in the World Cup final 2 summers ago. A different story, at least to start this game. Heath can't keep the ball in play. And we've got updates around all the quarterfinals. As I mentioned earlier, it was 0-0 between Canada and Brazil. Canada winning the penalty kick shootout 4-3. And currently in extra time, Australia lead Great Britain 4-2. And in the second half, Sweden are up on Japan 2-1. So those are the updates among the 3 quarterfinals. 1 has gone final, and 3 quarterfinals still going on, including this one. Well, Bill, Great Britain doesn't have horrid football for, I don't know what you're talking about, for women's or men. Here is Crystal Dunn. Yeah, I do hang some team scarves. That's mostly that's pretty much my dad's collection of scarves. Yeah, he's been to many countries around Europe. You were hanging a Barca flag, but your mom told you to remove it. That's funny. That's funny. Well, I Real Madrid are actually my favorite La Liga team. My dad's a Barca fan, so, but he's allowed to. He pays the rent, so I can't take them down. I mean, I guess I could, but I'm not sure if he'd be too happy. And there's a long-range effort from Bloodworth. Comfortable save by Nair. Yes, most certainly, Don. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, when you look at the head-to-head, the U.S. have dominated the Netherlands. But I'll tell you what, this Netherlands women's soccer program, are getting better and better. And they proved that at the World Cup, making it all the way to the final. In the end, yes, they did lose 2-0 to the U.S. Yeah, even in a friendly back in November, the U.S. did win. But the Dutch trying to turn their fate around tonight against the United States. Carly Lloyd will win the U.S. a corner. 23rd minute of play in Yokohama. The cross was cut out there by Lynn Wilms. And standing over the U.S. corner is Tobin Heath. She raises her arm. Outswinger delivered to the near post. And out it comes. Ertz was near the ball, but the Netherlands managed to clear. And they are well upfield, tapping it forward to Dahlkemper. O'Hara. Diagonal ball to the penalty area. Comes out for Tobin Heath. Now done. A nifty pass for Haran. Haran's pass broken up. Now back to Ertz. Heath. And a foul spotted. Carly Lloyd was fouled from behind by Van der Gracht. Yep, just a little bit of a late challenge as Lloyd got clipped from behind after she released the quick pass. And it's a free kick in a promising position for the United States here. As Van Venendaal will set up her wall. It's a high line by the Netherlands. The United States will have to be careful as they try to stay onside. Or will it be Tobin Heath going for a goal here? Looks like she's going to take a shot on here. Nope, she'll look for the pass, but it's not what she was seeking. Just beyond Haran, and not the end result the U.S. wanted from that free kick. I thought really Tobin Heath should have taken a crack at goal. Going back to that Netherlands goal, Vivian Miedema. Great first touch on the turn, able to adjust, and what a finish it was. She is certainly a star for the Dutch. What's going on? Preda, welcome in. Is this national good? Who are you asking? Are the U.S. good? Are the Netherlands good? Yeah, they're both two of the top teams in the world. The U.S. are the favorites. The U.S. are ranked #1 in the world, so they're expected to win. However, this is a Netherlands team who are flying high right now. They had a very good group stage. They scored 21 goals in 3 group stage games. 10 against Zambia, 3 against Brazil, and 8 against China. So it's a Netherlands team who are scoring for fun this tournament, and they've already scored early against the U.S. You bet €100 on the USA? Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm not gonna give you any advice when it comes to gambling, because I don't want to lose anyone some money. But yeah, I mean, that's not the worst thing to do. I mean, the U.S. are favorites, but hey, they do find themselves down 1-0. And I think I, like many, expected this one to be a very closely contested match. And the early goal from the Dutch has certainly made things interesting going forward in this game. Header won by Dahlkemper. And now the Netherlands have it. Here is Lynn Wilms. Ahead it comes for Jill Roord, who plays for Arsenal. Now the cross from the left wing. Nayer's there. A harmless cross delivered by Alike Martens. Now it's Lynn Williams. And there's a steal. Van de Sanden has it. Miedema looking for the return pass Just too far ahead of Van de Sanden, and now Nair will quickly throw it out wide for Crystal Dunn. 28th minute. Miedema's goal has the Dutch in the lead. There's a turn by Ertz. Mewis finding Dunn on that right side. She cuts to her left. There's the header, and Sam Mewis has tied the game. The United States respond in style. A sensational finish by Samantha Mewis, who's had a bit of a quiet tournament thus far. And the United States have taken the lead. Lynn Williams delivered the cross, finding the head of Sam Mewis, their club teammates, of course, with the North Carolina Courage. And if you're the Netherlands, you cannot leave Mewis unmarked from that kind of range. The diving header, too powerful to keep out for Van Veenendaal. And it's 1-1 in Yokohama. A great response from the United States. And this game is off to a flying start for the neutral. An entertaining first half thus far. And the United States have tied the game. Yes, that is correct, gaming Apai. This was the World Cup final in 2019. Oh, thank you, Gabriella. I apologize then. Sorry, I thought she was still with Arsenal. That is my apologies. She's now on Wolfsburg. Okay, got it. Sorry about that. I didn't even know that. Yeah, Van de Sanden on the Netherlands, I know, is also on Wolfsburg. Here comes a U.S. free kick. Yeah, I like all the USA fans in here. Thank you, Summerlin, for tuning in as well. So Sam Mewis has leveled the score. It's 1-1. And now here comes the delivery by Heath, headed in behind for a U.S. corner. Half an hour played, 1-1 in Yokohama. And now that the United States have grabbed that equalizer, all the momentum is on their side. Yes, that is right. I don't know the final score, but yes, a couple years back, the U.S. women did lose to a Dallas U15 team, and now this falls to Williams, who scores for the U.S. It's 2 goals in the span of a couple minutes. Lynn Williams, who assisted on the opening goal, scores this one from the corner kick. And the U.S. women, just like that, go from down 1-0 to up 2-1. The Netherlands just failed to clear, and it fell to Williams. And the one-time finish has the U.S. in front. It was Noen with the header, and the Dutch just couldn't clear. And Williams slotting that one into the bottom left corner. What a response from the United States, and what a turnaround in the matter of minutes. 2-1 is the score. The USA in front. Wow. An extraordinary response. And now the Netherlands looking for the equalizer themselves. There's a strike from the edge of the box. Roard's effort was blocked. Josephine, thanks for tuning in. I can't actually show the actual game for copyright reasons. YouTube's very strict with their copyright rules, so unfortunately, I can't actually show the game. If you do live in the United States, this game is being shown on the NBC Sports Network, as well as I believe Universo in Spanish, as well as the NBC Sports app and NBCSports.com. If you don't live in the United States, I can't help you, unfortunately. Yeah, the redemption of Lynn Williams begins indeed. Yeah, I was surprised to see her start tonight. I really was, admittedly, but boy, has she delivered a goal and an assist. Okay, Omar's a fan of the Dutch. Thanks for tuning in. A reminder that tonight here in the U.S. and tomorrow morning in Japan, the Olympics continue starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 Pacific, the track and field women's 400-meter hurdles round 1. And the U.S. take on Brazil in beach volleyball as well, and some live swimming also. Some great action in prime time here in the United States, and tomorrow morning to get the action underway in Japan. Here's Heath with a long-range effort. That's just wide. No, unfortunately I can't, Mike. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to. No. Okay, Joe. Thanks for that insight. So Great Britain did manage to score again, but Australia won 4-0 after stoppage at the end. Okay, it's at the end of extra time. Just some stoppage time to go. All right. Thank you for the update, Joe. The shots right now, 4-4. The U.S. with 3 shots on goal. The Dutch with 2. Yeah, I mean, Omar, this game's far from over, absolutely. So the Netherlands, they're a quality side. This game is far from over. So it's no guarantee that the U.S. will come away with the win, but they have responded very well after the Dutch grabbed the early lead. Here's Van Veenendaal. And now out for a U.S. throw-in. Haran trying to take it quickly, but her teammate Carly Lloyd is down. She appears to be all right. Just over 10 minutes left in the first half. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. We've got a great crowd in here this morning, this afternoon, tonight, depending on where you're tuning in from. It's the morning where I live here in the USA. Sauerbrunn turns it over. And a foul called against Kelly O'Hara. Right around midfield. It will be Jackie Gronin taking the free kick. Yeah, it's 1:35 p.m. in the Netherlands. Yep, that is true. Yep, you guys are 6 hours ahead of where I live. It's 7:35 a.m. where I live. Yep, same here, Bill. As that cross is floated over the bar from Van de Sanden, goal kick for the U.S. Yeah, no problem, Mr. Michael. No problem. Thanks for tuning in all the way from Thailand. Yeah, that stinks how the game's not being shown. Oh, you're from Portugal, Gabrielle. Very good. My dad's actually from Portugal. He's from the Azores, São Miguel. I'm not sure if you're from the mainland or what, but yeah, thanks for tuning in from Portugal. I've been to Portugal once. I went to the Azores where my dad's from and Lisbon. Beautiful country. I definitely want to go back. I got to see where my dad grew up, which was really cool. So that ball is knocked out of play by Abby Dahlkemper. Ertz stabs that one. Stabs at that one, I should say. And now the Netherlands back in possession. Here's Lieke Martens. Martens turns it over to Haran. However, it's quickly given right back, but an errant pass from Bloodworth, and it will be a U.S. throw-in. Well, coming up on the halftime show, I will provide first half analysis of the opening 45, as well as going over some first half highlights. Yes, I saw the end of that game, that Canada-Brazil game. Yep, Canada defeated Brazil in PKs. It's very expensive to watch in Arabic countries. Yeah, I understand, Mike. Madison watching from vacation in Belize. That's awesome. So this really helps. I'm glad it does. I'm glad it does. You are certainly a committed fan, so I appreciate it. Late stages of the opening half. Here's Becky Sauerbrunn on the ball, captaining this U.S. team. Now on the left wing, it's Crystal Dunn. Combining with Heath. A nice turn by Dunn. Heath heading towards goal. Lays it ahead for Dunn. Dunn crosses. The header comes to Heath. Now it's a chance for Lloyd. It's 2 shots blocked. Now it's Williams. Williams lays it back. O'Hara from distance. Couldn't keep it low. And it will be a goal kick for the Netherlands. But some good energy here from the United States. They are certainly riding the momentum at the moment after 2 unanswered goals. Why did Megan Rapinoe lose her place in the team? Not sure, to be honest. Yeah, neither Rapinoe or Morgan starting tonight. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I guess Vlatko Ananovsky just thinks she hasn't been playing that well so far this tournament. I mean, not many players have been playing well this tournament for the U.S., in all honesty, heading into tonight. But perhaps this is the game where the U.S. turn things around. By the way, thanks, Julia, for tuning in. 40th minute of play. This ball will land in the hands of Miedema. Or sorry, not Miedema. Van Venendaal. 5 minutes left in the opening 45. It's a long punt. Header won by Sauerbrunn. Well, no, Mike, for women's soccer, it is their best teams. Yeah, for women's soccer, the Olympics is like the World Cup. It's a huge deal for women's soccer. I mean, I guess the World Cup is a bit bigger for women's soccer, but not quite. Like the Olympics are right there with the World Cup. They're both very prestigious competitions. No, it's so for women's soccer, it's the best teams. Yeah, absolutely. For men's soccer, though, you are correct. It's the U23 teams. So for men's soccer, it's much less prestigious compared to the women's tournament. But no, for women's soccer, it is the real deal. It's very much so a major tournament with the best teams playing, in contrast to the men's tournament where that's not the case. Now it's on the far side with Martins. Thank you, Miriam, for watching from Israel. That's awesome. We've got people from everywhere. Thanks so much, everyone, for tuning in around the globe. Here's a switch to the right side. Lynn Wilms has it. That ball deflected. Nair will get there. Elects to kick it out of play. Probably could have picked it up. Will be a Dutch throw-in. Alyssa Nair was the backup for a number of years behind Hope Solo. But once Hope Solo retired, Alyssa Nair took over and, of course, started all 7 games in that 2019 World Cup. This will be a corner. Last touch by Tobin Heath. This could be a promising chance for the Dutch. Do I think any more goals will be scored? Yeah, I do. I have a feeling that there'll be more goals. I do. Yep. Yeah, in the men's football tournament, Mike, for the Olympics. Yeah, it's a lot of young players since it's a U23 tournament that some people don't even know about yet. Yeah. Now it's on the right-hand side. Gilroy crosses, and the back post header handled by Nair. Vivian Miedema with the chance. Thank you for watching from the UAE. Thank you so much for tuning in from the United Arab Emirates. January, hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Julie Ertz now with it for the USA. Ertz out wide with Lynn Williams. Heath, the return pass. Williams crossing. No one there for the U.S. But now Mewis will get there. However, it's claimed now by Wilms. Poor pass, however, by Aniek Noen. 2-1, the U.S. in the lead. The Netherlands took an early lead, but the U.S. have since scored 2 unanswered goals. Now it's Lindsey Horan on her left foot. Not quite the cross she wanted. Van Veenendaal is there for the Dutch. 1 minute until we reach first half stoppage time. And yeah, this first half performance has been more of what we expected from the U.S. because in the Australia game, it was a very uncharacteristic performance from them in the sense that they played very conservatively, and that's just not what we're used to seeing from this United States team. You know, we never see them play conservative. They're always a team who like to go after it and try to score as many goals as they can. So that's why it was a bit of a surprising performance from the U.S. the other night. But this is more like it from the U.S. This is when they play at their best. As Tobin Heath is tripped up, free kick to the United States. Foul by Lynn Wilms. And there will be 2 additional minutes here at the end of the opening half. Here's a ball floated in towards Lloyd. Flag stayed down. Now Heath is on the ball along the touchline. Here is Crystal Dunn. The cross comes in, punched by Van Veenendaal, who's a bit out of position. She'll chase this one down, and Carly Lloyd was shoved off by, I believe, Noven. But just a clean play in the end as Carly Lloyd was trying to get to that ball before Van Veenendaal did. A minute to go in the half. Here's Lindsey Horan. Horan with the switch of play. On the far side, it's Kelly O'Hara. Now Ertz, the return pass for O'Hara. She'll take it to the end line. And the deep ball to the back post is caught by Van Veenendaal. And that may just wrap up the opening half. Welcome, John. Thank you for watching from, oh, wow, from the islands. Very good. Very good. Yeah, we've got people tuning in from everywhere, really. And I appreciate it. But yeah, thanks for tuning in from Greece. I appreciate it, John. And that will be halftime. So Vivian Miedema scored her 9th goal of the tournament. Yes, her 9th goal of the tournament. But the U.S. responded very well. It was Sam Mewis with the header, and then moments later, Lynn Williams would make it 2-1 in favor of the United States. We're at the midway point in Yokohama. It's the Netherlands 1, the United States 2. Certainly more drama still to come. I'll be back for the halftime show. Stay tuned. Welcome back into the halftime show, everybody. Unfortunately, I do not have a Discord account, Sortree. Maybe in the future that's something I'll do, but for now I stream on YouTube, Periscope, and Twitch. But perhaps I'll consider Discord in the future. We'll see. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Much appreciated. And what a first half that really was in Yokohama in the final quarterfinal of the day. All 4 quarterfinals taking place today. I will get you updated on what's happening in the other matches shortly. But for now, recapping that first half, I'll be honest, it was a concerning start for the United States, who did not have that much of a convincing group stage showing at all. And it looked like those struggles were carrying on into this quarterfinal early when Vivian Miedema scored for the Netherlands. But and just going over those first half highlights, that for opening goal from the Dutch would come in the 18th minute. A great turn from Miedema, a world-class finish. However, 10 minutes after that, the U.S. would respond just as they would have liked. Sam Mewis, the diving header, slipping one into the near post, and the U.S. would really feed off of that momentum. Just over 2 minutes after that goal, they would take the lead. The Netherlands just failing to clear, and Lynn Williams there to pounce. The one-time finish into the bottom left corner. A very nice finish from Williams, who gets the start tonight. And what do you know? She has a goal and an assist. Just looking at the first half stats, the shots were 7-6 U.S., shots on goal 3-3. The Dutch had 1 corner kick. The U.S. had 3. The United States with 55% of the possession. So overall, a pretty even first half. The Netherlands started off on the front foot, but once the U.S. got that opening goal and then took the lead, they really took control of the game and have never looked back since. My thoughts on the pace of the game, I think it does favor the U.S. Going forward. The U.S. like to play at a quick tempo. So the way the game's being played right now, where the United States are on the front foot, and the game, there haven't been a lot of stoppages in the game. It's been played at a pretty quick tempo. I think that will tend to favor the United States, because it can be a lot to handle for the Netherlands, because we all know the talent the U.S. have going forward. And my expectations for the second half, I think it'll be more the same for the USA. I hope that's the case. For the Netherlands, I think they'll come out rejuvenated. I expect some changes to be made from the Dutch. I don't think the Netherlands will be going away. That's for sure. So, yeah, I think it should be an intriguing second half. That's for certain. I'll be back in a moment with more on the halftime report. Don't go anywhere. It's the Olympic quarterfinals for women's soccer. The United States leading 2-1 at the break. Welcome back into the halftime show. The United States with a 2-1 lead over the Netherlands. And as I touched on before, I stepped aside for a moment. It's the United States to have the momentum on their side. You hope that, halftime doesn't break up any of that momentum. And I don't think it will, quite frankly. With that being said, I think this is a Dutch team who will come out motivated in the second half. They know they have nothing to lose because this is a game they need to win or else their tournament will come to a close. Focusing on the other quarterfinals today, it's been a thrilling day of quarterfinal action, really. And it got started with Canada taking on Brazil, and it would come down to penalty kicks. It was 0-0 after 120 minutes, and Canada would get the victory 4-3 in penalty kicks. And what a game that was to start the day in quarterfinal action. So Canada await the winner of this game, of this game between the Netherlands and the United States. We could have a North American rivalry on tap between the U.S. and Canada, or if the Dutch were to pull off the upset, they would meet Canada. Meanwhile, another game that went to extra time, Great Britain and Australia. It was 2-2 after 90 minutes, and then in extra time, the Australians would score twice. Sam Kerr would score what would turn out to be the game-winning goal. Great Britain would get one back late in extra time, but Australia did get the win 4-3 after extra time. So the Australians are through to the semifinals. Last but not least, the other quarterfinal between Sweden and Japan took place earlier, and it would be a good one. Sweden took the lead 1-0. Then it was 1-1. However, Sweden would respond in style, scoring 2 unanswered after that. So Sweden, with the 3-1 victory over Japan, are moving on to the semifinals. So on Monday, it will be Australia versus Sweden in the semifinals, a rematch of when those two teams met in the group stage. And then Canada awaits the winner of this game between the Netherlands and the U.S. And of course, the final will take place a week from today in Tokyo. So if the U.S. hold on for the win, we could have 3 teams from Group G in the semifinals, which would be quite extraordinary. And so we'll see if the United States can punch their ticket into the semifinals. Thanks, TG, for tuning in. Yeah, the Dutch are a very attacking team, no doubt about it. Yeah, Miedema's been brilliant. I thought it was 8 goals. Is it 10? Have I been saying the wrong thing all along? I'm pretty sure you might be right. I'll check on that. But yeah, it's something crazy. She's been scoring for fun this tournament. You are correct. But it is the U.S. in front. The second half is coming your way next. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Both teams heading out of the locker room, back onto the pitch in a matter of moments. And yeah, I just checked TG. It was 8 goals heading into today. So with today's goal by Miedema, that's 9. So yeah, but still, nonetheless, Miedema has been superb for the Netherlands this tournament. Thanks, Salenga, for tuning in. I'm a USA fan, but hey, I welcome Dutch supporters as well. It should be a good second half, and I will be back for the second half in a moment. It looks like we have another minute or so before the second half gets started. So don't go anywhere. Final 45 are on the way. All right, welcome back. Now we're ready for the start of the second half. Thanks, Ishwara, for watching. Unfortunately, I can't actually show the game for copyright reasons. YouTube are very strict with their copyright rules, so it's just as I put in the description, my play-by-play commentary of the match. If you do live in the United States, this game can be seen on the NBC Sports Network, Universo, NBCSports.com, or the NBC Sports app. If you do not live in the USA, I am not sure where you can find the game. Unfortunately, I can't help you out if you don't live in the US. But yeah, unfortunately, I can't actually show it. But you will get all of the action here. If you can't actually watch it, It's basically like a radio broadcast, but I certainly won't miss a moment bringing you all the commentary of tonight's encounter between the Dutch and the Americans in this Olympic quarterfinal, the winner to take on Canada in the semis. 3 semifinalists confirmed, and the last one will be decided in the next 45 minutes or so, as long as this game ends in regulation. So here we go. The U.S. kickoff there in all white. Well, blue shorts. Going from left to right. The Dutch in orange, going from right to left. Thanks, Mohammed, watching from Italy. That's awesome. Thanks so much for watching from Italy. Much appreciated. Well, the Olympics continue tonight here in the U.S., tomorrow morning in Japan at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific, with track and field, the women's 400-meter hurdles round 1. U.S. take on Brazil in beach volleyball, and the women's 800-meter free final in swimming also takes place. All of those live events get the day started tomorrow in the Olympics, which is tonight here in the United States. And the men's soccer quarterfinals will also be tomorrow. The Olympics roll on with plenty of events. Thank you very much, Kimberly. Oh, it's on Telemundo, right? Not Universo. Sorry, that was another quarterfinal. That was on Universo. Yes, Telemundo is the Spanish, is where you can find the Spanish telecast. Or, as Kimberly's doing, you can watch on Telemundo, mute it, and listen to me if you so please. Thank you so much, Kimberly. I appreciate that. Yeah, Ken, as I was mentioning, I can't show the game for copyright reasons, unfortunately, but it is on NBC Sports Network, Telemundo, NBCSports.com, and the NBC Sports app if you are in the United States. Unfortunately, I can't show it for copyright reasons. Watching from Croatia, that's awesome. Thank you, Eve. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Can the USA score a goal again? I think they've got it in them, yeah. I mean, we just started the second half. I feel like there's more goals to come, perhaps from both teams. We'll see. Here is Novin with the switch of play. It's now on the far side. Ertz closing down Van de Donk, and the U.S. win a throw-in. Goes down the line for Tobin Heath. The Dutch win it back. Just past 9 p.m. local time in Yokohama, Japan. Canada awaits the winner. This pass settled by Crystal Dunn. Ertz turns it back over. One-touch pass from Van de Sanden. Sauerbrun's clearance is blocked. Dunn gets back to it for the U.S. And that will go off of Van de Sanden and result in a United States goal kick. Yeah, we've got a great crowd in here today. I greatly appreciate it, everybody. If you enjoy the broadcast, make sure you hit that thumbs up and subscribe. That would be greatly appreciated. Carly Lloyd in pursuit of this ball. Now in the defender, she gets there first. However, actually she did play it off of Lloyd. Will be a Dutch throw-in. The Netherlands switch the point of attack. It's now in the middle with Jackie Grunen. Grunen gets the return pass. And fouled there was her. Free kick to the Dutch. You gave a like to this stream. Much appreciated, Mike. Thank you so much. In fact, you were the first one. Well, thank you, Mike. Yeah, you were one of the first ones in here. Oh, sorry. Thank you for pointing that out. Sorry, I forgot to change the graphic. It is the second half. Thanks for catching that. I appreciate it. Sorry about that. It is the second half. We're about 5 minutes in to the second half of play in this Olympic quarterfinal. Netherlands with some sustained possession here as it's moved to the far side of the pitch with Lynn Wilms. Foul committed by Haran. Van de Donk taken down. She plays for Lyon in France, one of the top clubs in Europe for women's soccer. Although Lyon's streak of, I believe it was 4 or 5 women's Champions League titles in a row came to a close when they lost to their French counterparts PSG in the semifinals. Barcelona beat Chelsea in the Women's Champions League final. Here's the free kick. Haran with the header. And now a shot sent wide by Van de Donk. Goal kick for the U.S. You don't think any more goals will be scored? These are two great defensive teams. Yeah, that's a fair point. I mean, they are two solid defensive teams. I don't know, though. I get the sense that there's more goals. You could be right. You could be right that there will be no more. I just get the feeling that there will be more goals. What's going on, Jonathan? Yeah, I ended up actually staying up for that Mexico-Canada game. So I didn't get much sleep, to be honest. But it was too good to not watch. I watched like the first half. Then I was going to go to bed. But I was like, no, I'm staying. And it was worth it. Yeah, that was a great game between Mexico and Canada on the men's side for the Gold Cup. Yeah, I mean, Tajon Buchanan, after scoring that goal, made the last like half hour very interesting. But ultimately, Mexico were able to score that late winner. Yeah, that game was epic. And credit to Canada. They put up a heck of a fight. And they're a team to watch out for in CONCACAF going forward on the men's side. We all know how good their women's team is. But on the men's side, Canada almost pulled it off. Absolutely, Jonathan. But in the end, we get the final of U.S.-Mexico in the Gold Cup. I will be on the call for that Sunday night. I can't wait for that. Another installment of that epic rivalry. Kelly O'Hara over to take this United States throw-in. The Netherlands couldn't hold on. This is Sam Ewis. Now O'Hara finding Sauerbrunn. 53rd minute. Still early on in the second half. And there is Carly Lloyd who's in, but Van Venendaal was at the edge of her box, I should say. And was there to claim. And she'll roll it out to Nouwen. Really, Mike? You were the one who added Hector Herrera's goal against Canada on his Wikipedia page, his Arabic Wikipedia page. That's funny. Thank you very much, Sammy. I appreciate it. I hope the USA win this match as well. You're following the game from Surfside, Miami. That's awesome. Here's a shot, and the Netherlands have pulled level. Vivianne Miedema, her 10th goal of the tournament. She's done it again. Her second goal of the night, and it's 2-2 in Yokohama. Well, I told you there were more goals coming. I just got the sense. And Nair got a hand to it, just couldn't keep it out. She probably could have done better here because Nair was right there. And it just went off her hand and into her own goal. She tried to parry it wide, didn't get enough on it, and Miedema has scored another. She is extraordinary. And so it's game on again. Well, thanks for subscribing. I greatly appreciate that. Yep, the graphic will become black, Mike. I see you're getting the gist. Some viewers have noted that the when the score's tied, I go to black, basically a neutral color for all intents and purposes, and then whoever's winning, I change it to their color. Oh, you're from the Netherlands. Okay, well, hey, I'm happy to have you here, even though you're a Dutch fan. Yeah, all Netherlands fans are welcome also, even though I'm a United States supporter. Appreciate you tuning in. And hey, your team is pulled level 2-2. Miedema, just an extraordinary striker. It's her 10th goal in her 4th game of the tournament, breaking all kinds of records. This is one back by Julie Ertz. Now Mewis. Back to Sauerbrunn. Dahlkemper to Crystal Dunn. Forward to Haran. The return for Dunn. Looking the cross. Getting ahead to it was Nouwen. But the Dutch give it right back. Dunn at the corner of the area. Floated in towards Lloyd, but Van Veenendaal leaps up to grab the ball. Yeah, the Netherlands have been really good this tournament. I mean, they destroyed Zambia and China, who, aren't the best opposition, but they did tie Brazil, and now putting up a great fight against the U.S. Van de Sanden lays it back. Another chance for the Netherlands. And that time, Miedema's shot was blocked. Dahlkemper got in the way, and now it'll be like a line change from Vlatko Andonovski. 3 on, 3 out for the United States. Or will it be 2? No, I think it's is it 3 coming on? I'll check that for the U.S. here. So, a number of new faces on the match for the U.S. And I'll get you caught up on all of those substitutions in a moment. Yeah, we have had 3 changes. So Mewis on for Press. Press on for Mewis, Morgan on for Lloyd, and Lavelle on for Williams. So those were the changes made. Thank you very much, Loago. I appreciate the kind words. Glad you're enjoying the commentary. Fair enough, Mr. GG. Yeah, most certainly, Mike. You're correct 100%. Yeah. In the CONCACAF Gold Cup final, Mexico fans will be. Mexico fans are crazy, okay? As you say. Netherlands fans, meanwhile, are respectful, which I definitely respect. I can't stand Mexico fans, meanwhile. I just have no respect for them. They're classless for the most part. I'm not saying all Mexican fans are. That's not the case. Some, there's some Mexican fans that are very respectful, but there's also a good amount who just have no class at all. So we're closing in on the hour mark. 2-2 the score. And what's been a quarterfinal with plenty of twists and turns. You take care as well, Satva. You take care also, man. We're still awaiting the Netherlands to make their first substitution. As the Netherlands will switch the point of attack. Morgan, Press, and Lavelle all into the match for the United States. No, Nicole, I can't. I can't. Plus, the whole purpose of the broadcast is I provide the commentary, so that's why I don't play the sound of the game. Listen, that would defeat the purpose of my broadcast. I am an aspiring sports broadcaster, so I want to become a play-by-play commentator in the future. So that's why I love doing this, and so yeah, that's why I don't even think I'm allowed to play the sound either. But that's why I turn down the volume on my TV, because I'm the one who provides the commentary. How is Ertz looking, Carol? Yeah, she's looking all right. No, I don't think her knee injury is having any effect on her game. I mean, the last 2 games she's played the full 90, if I remember correctly, and it looks like she might do the same tonight. So no, I think, I mean, maybe there's lingering effects of the injury, but she certainly hasn't shown it. She's looked like herself. She's been solid as usual. I mean, she does the dirty work as usual. Just a leader in the midfield, winning balls, a smart player. I've got the voice for broadcasting. Thank you, Bill. Yeah, that's what people tell me. That's what people tell me. No, I can't show it. I could be able to get away with sound, but I certainly can't show it. That would certainly, YouTube would definitely report me for that, or YouTube would definitely, punish me for that, I should say. And I don't want my channel to be banned or anything like that. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate it, man. Here is O'Hara, the header forward for Tobin Heath, a bouncing ball. And it will be off of Heath for there'll be a U.S. throw-in. And now the Dutch will make their first substitution. And it will be the Wolfsburg player, Shanice van de Sanden, coming off. Just about a half hour remaining in Yokohama. And so on will come Lineth Berenstein. So Berenstein is on the first substitution by the Dutch, who are led by head coach Serena Wigman. Here's Haran. Haran to the back post. There's the finish. But the flag is raised. Offside was Kristen Press. For a moment, it looked like the U.S. took the lead. But indeed, Press called offside. But wait a minute. Ooh, looking at the replay, it was close. But yeah, it looked like she was just offside by a hair. Welcome, Justin and Peace. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. I called the U.S. men just about 12 hours ago. And now I'm doing the women this morning. My prediction, well, I predicted before the game that the United States would win 2-1. But that prediction is not going to be correct. VAR is checking the goal. Looking at that first replay, it was awfully close. It really was. Yeah, the Dutch women's team, yeah, they're looking real good. Megan Rapinoe will now come on for the U.S. Well, thank you very much, Carol. You're stuck at work and can't watch it. I certainly understand it. I certainly understand. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. I think a second ago we had 100 viewers in here, which is extraordinary. I appreciate it, everybody. Yeah, this is a very tight one. I don't know. From the angle they're showing, it looks like she might be on. But then again, it may not be the best angle. But it's awfully close. A huge decision, and VAR is taking a good long look at it. Well, thank you, Justice and Peace. Thank you. And so the VAR official is taking his time looking at it. as the players wait for the official verdict. And indeed, offside it is. Just not enough evidence to claim that indeed Press was onside. So the goal will not count. 2-2 it stands. 65 and it's in. Here's Crystal Dunn finding Lindsay Horan. Megan Rapinoe, by the way, replaced Tobin Heath. So that was the substitution made moments ago. Welcome, Ayush. Welcome to the broadcast. This ball sent down the line. Sauerbrunn gets there. Out for a Dutch throw-in. Becky Sauerbrunn, the captain of this team, longtime player for the U.S. women's national team. And fun fact, my dad actually coached Becky Sauerbrunn back in 2004 for the Boston Renegades. Back in the old, what was it called? I forget what the league was called back then. Before the NWSL was the league. My dad coached the Boston Renegades for one season, and Becky Sauerbrunn was on that team, as a matter of fact. Well, thank you, Nicole. Thank you. Hello, Percy. Yeah, the Netherlands are looking for revenge from the loss 2 years ago in the World Cup final to the United States. Here is Berenstein. Berenstein looking for the shot. Blocked by Crystal Dunn. A heavy first touch there from Rapinoe. She'll get it to Horan. Horan loses possession, and now the Netherlands have it at the edge of the 18. It's Berenstein. Van de Donk out wide. Your money is on the Netherlands, Justice and Peace. I'd have to disagree. Here's a through ball. Berenstein is in, deflected into the hands of Nair. A scary moment there for the United States. Hello, Whitney and Frank. Love from India. Thank you, Ayush, for tuning in from India. We've got a couple of other viewers here from India. I know TG is from India. He was in here earlier anyways. We're 3 quarters through the match. 2-2 the score. Yeah, I have to stick with my guns. I have to say I think the U.S. will pull through. But, hey, anything can happen at this point. This game could go any which way at this stage. That's off of Nowen. Throw-in for the United States. Well, yeah, Omar. I think a big part of it, you are correct, but I think a big part of it is that, there's not nearly as many quality sides in the women's game compared to the men's. The women, don't get me wrong, the women's game is getting a lot better. And the Netherlands is a prime example of that. They're improving. A lot of countries are closing that gap on the U.S. and, the top teams in the women's game, but there just aren't enough great teams in women's soccer, whereas in men's soccer, it's a lot more difficult for the U.S. men to say win a World Cup. Obviously, I'm not saying we expect them to win a World Cup. That's far from the truth, but maybe down the road. But the U.S. men are improving at the same time. They're getting a lot better. But as you say, yeah, the USA women are so good. I wouldn't say the U.S. men are bad. I mean, the USA men. I think the U.S. men, we can make a run to the quarterfinals of the next World Cup. I really do. Oh, we got a viewer from Botswana. That's awesome. Thank you, Loago. Well, yes. The USA women are better than USA men. That's obvious, but yeah, I'm not denying that, obviously. But yeah, the USA men will be. You'll have to look out for them going forward. The 2026 World Cup here in the U.S. I don't know, man. We've got a bright future ahead. The U.S. men do, and I'll be on the call for their Gold Cup final against Mexico Sunday night. Thank you, Ayush, for being the 197th subscriber. Much appreciated. Yep, Kristen Press is in. Yes, she is. She came in as a sub. Hopefully she scores the game-winning goal. She definitely has that ability. We have 20 minutes left. The possession, by the way, near even, 51%. The U.S. with the slight edge. Yeah, Megan Rapinoe could also be a candidate to score the game winner. Yeah. Well, yes, the U.S. men are good in basketball, but they actually lost their opening game at the Olympics to France. So U.S. men's basketball could be on upset alert. And I will be calling some U.S. men's basketball games, especially if they make it to the final, if they make it to the gold medal game. But no, soccer, I mean, I live in the United States, and I can say firsthand, soccer is getting more and more popular in this country, or football, as the rest of the world calls it. Football is getting more and more popular in this country. So the future is bright, most definitely. Thanks, William, for tuning in. Yeah, no doubt. Thanks for tuning in from the UK. Yeah, when Miedema's in, anything can happen, no doubt. She is a special talent. Well, yeah, Mike, exactly. We'll need to see more chemistry form because we have so many star players playing with, Barcelona, Juventus, Dortmund, etc. For the U.S. men's national team. But as you say, there needs to be more chemistry, and I think we'll get that chemistry once the World Cup qualifiers come around in the fall. Yes, Michael, my NFL team is the Patriots. You guessed it. Yep. I live in New England. I live in Massachusetts, so I'm a Boston sports fan. So I like the Patriots, Revolution, Celtics, Bruins, and Red Sox. Yes. Yep, I'm a huge Boston sports fan. The Patriots are my American football team. No, that's not true at all, Omar. I mean, the U.S. men's national team is made up of mostly European-based players that are playing in Champions League. So I wouldn't say that at all, Omar. I mean, you have Serginho Dest, Christian Pulisic, Weston McKennie, Gio Reyna, Tim Weah. All these guys are playing in Champions League, are playing for the top clubs in Europe. So Zach Steffen on Manchester City. I know he's the backup, but he's still getting, experience with Man City. So as that ball is played in behind for a U.S. corner kick. So no, that used to be the case, Omar, where there weren't a lot of European-based players, but now the U.S. men's team has players playing with not only in Europe but with the best clubs in Europe. So I'm telling you, they're getting invaluable experience there in the Champions League, which will go a long way for this team. As this is punched away, and now a second chance for O'Hara. Her shot is blocked, and that will be a foul against Kelly O'Hara. Free kick going out. Oh, yeah, you were talking about MLS in general. Yeah. I mean, MLS isn't nearly as strong as the European leagues, as you say. Yeah, but focusing on the national team, not a lot of those players play in MLS, to be honest with you, when it comes to our best team. Now our best players are playing in the top leagues in Europe. So, but yeah, MLS is certainly has a long way to go, but it's also a league that's getting better. I'm a big fan of MLS. I'm a Revolution fan. I go to a lot of Revolution home games. In fact, hopefully I'm hopefully going to their game on Wednesday, and they're the best team in the league. Haran came sliding in, couldn't save it. Yeah, Ayush, I don't know, the U.S., well, the they didn't have the best group stage, the women's national team. I mean, they're still the favorites, but they didn't have the best group stage, so I think that's why their odds decreased a little. And yeah, I agree, Mike. I think Jesse Marsh would be a great manager for the United States, no doubt about it. Still coming up today in the Olympics at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, the U.S. take on Qatar in beach volleyball. And then at 10 a.m., the men's volleyball action takes place. The Russian Olympic Committee takes on France. So still some late night action in Japan in the morning here in the U.S. in the Olympics. Yeah, Des was really good at Ajax. Great to see him now on Barcelona. What team do I support when not supporting my country? Yeah, so I'm from the USA, so the New England Revolution are my MLS team. But I also follow the big leagues in Europe, and my favorite team in Europe is Chelsea. I follow the Premier League most closely among the European leagues, so Chelsea are my team. You are a Man United fan. Very good. Real Madrid are my team in La Liga, yeah. Yeah, we'll see how the Patriots do this season. We'll see. I want to see Mac Jones start, to be honest. Yeah, I watch on NBC, yep. I watch the Olympics on NBC Sports, so. Yeah, this game is on NBCSN, so that's where I'm watching this game. What do I think of Zlatan saying that the MLS is a playground? I mean, hey, it's Zlatan, so I guess he can say whatever he wants. He's not correct. I mean, the MLS is a quality league. I watch it week in, week out. Obviously, it's not even close to it's not on the level of European leagues. I'm not saying that, but it's a quality league, and I enjoyed having Zlatan in the league. He was fun to watch when he was with the LA Galaxy, and he was quite the character. He is still quite the character, of course, as Lindsey Horan has shown yellow. But hey, he said whatever he wanted. So it is what it is. But I have to say I have to disagree with him there. It will be a free kick for the Dutch. Thanks everyone so much for tuning. We've got 121 viewers in here. I mean, that's shattering the record by far as to how many viewers at once have been in my stream, in a stream of mine. I greatly appreciate it. Frank says the Titans will win the Super Bowl this year. You never know. Titans, I mean, yeah, they'll be good, I feel like. Here is O'Hara to Rose Lavelle. Oh, what a move by Lavelle. She's still going. Lavelle finds press out wide. And that will just escape Lavelle. The pass heavily weighted, and it will be a Dutch goal kick. Zlatan is the playground. Yeah, I suppose so. Now, Zlatan was great entertainment when he was here in MLS. I went to a Galaxy Revolution game here for a Revolution home game when Zlatan was playing for them, but unfortunately, he didn't make the trip to Foxborough because he didn't want to play on turf. So that was my opportunity to see Zlatan, but he didn't play that day. Oh, thank you very much, Hikichi. I hope I'm pronouncing that properly. Thanks for tuning in from the Philippines. Yeah, this could very well be a semifinal or final type of match, no doubt. Thanks, Nicholas, for tuning in. Yeah, I'm sure, Nicholas, that was a heartbreaking night for you. Yeah, I remembered you were from Canada. I'm sure that was a devastating defeat against Mexico in the Gold Cup. Canada put up a great fight, I will have to say. That was a great performance from Canada. And this ball will find its way to the back post, and a penalty kick has been awarded. No hesitation from the referee. A PK for the Dutch, and the Netherlands have an opportunity to reclaim the lead as Berenstein was taken down. Well, from the original angle, I couldn't quite tell, but the referee had no doubt in her mind. And what an opportunity for the Netherlands to pull ahead. And it will be Lieke Martens to step up for the Dutch. It's Martens against Neyer. In the 80th minute, can the Netherlands reclaim the lead? A pivotal moment in Yokohama. Intense moment, but before the penalty kick is taken, VAR will check it just to confirm that indeed it was the right decision made by the referee. There is VAR, yes. And so the penalty continues to be checked. And it is confirmed. A penalty kick awarded, but Neyer makes the save. Alyssa Neyer denies Lieke Martens. It's a huge stop, and the Netherlands miss a golden opportunity to grab the lead. Yeah, it's a bit of a weak shot in the end for Martens, but Neyer nonetheless guessing the right way, making the save. And that's a huge save right there for the United States as it remains 2-2. Wow. What a moment. The Netherlands unable to take advantage of a golden opportunity. Thank you very much, Wellborn. Thank you, man. Thanks so much for subscribing. I'm happy to do it. No red card. It was just a regular foul in the penalty area. Not even a yellow card for O'Hara there. Yeah. In hindsight, Omar, I'm sure the Dutch, if they could do it over again, might have had Miedema take it instead. It wasn't the best penalty by Martens. Yeah, the men's Gold Cups, both semis were very entertaining, especially that Mexico-Canada game. I was on the call for U.S.-Qatar as that touch got away from Martens, who just missed that penalty. Goal kick for the United States. Yeah, I know, Murray. Tough loss for Great Britain against Australia. That was a crazy game. 4-3 Australia won in extra time. Yeah, tough loss for Great Britain. Here come the Netherlands again. Down the left wing. It's Bloodworth into the middle. Here's a shot just wide. Not a bad effort at all. As it flashed across the face of goal. And the Netherlands not losing confidence despite that missed penalty. As Jensen set up that opportunity. Frank saying Press is going to get the winner. We'll see. Yep, Alex Morgan is on the field. She came in as a substitute back in the 60. Make it the 62nd. 60. No, sorry. The Morgan came on in the 58th rather. So I was going to say the 60th, right around there, right around the hour mark. She came on. Yeah, no problem. You're at work in Southern California. Well, wow, you're up bright and early then in Southern California. Well, I respect the work ethic, and I'm glad you're tuning in to stay caught up with the match as that pinball is back off of Rapinoe. Goal kick for the Netherlands. Final moments now of regulation. Well, I appreciate it. For those of you at work, using my commentary to stay up to date with the game. Goal kick here, taken by Van Veenendaal. Header won by Lavelle. It just skipped by Morgan. And now Van Veenendaal is with it once more. You're at work in Texas. All right, very good. Here is Lika Martens. Now Janssen. Back for Van Venendaal. 85th minute, 5 minutes left until stoppage time. And if this score stays intact, it will be an extra 30 minutes of extra time required. Here is Berenstein. 1v1 with Sauerbrunn. Berenstein gets the cross in, deflected, and the header just wide of the post. The chance was there for Daniela van de Donk. Berenstein just floated one over the top, and van de Donk nearly able to steer that one into the far corner. So close were the Netherlands from taking the lead. You're at work in Florida. Very good, Carmen. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks, Heather, for the kind words. I don't know, Justice and Peace. I mean, go for it if you believe in it, but I'm sticking with my pick of the U.S. winning. Yeah, Frank. For the Olympics, it is 30 minutes of extra time. It is not golden goal. So they'd play the full 30 minutes. It would not be golden goal. And if it was still tied after that, penalty kicks would decide the winner. Well, thank you very much, Marie. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people saying in countries outside the U.S. that, they can't access the game easily. And that is a rolling ball claimed by Nayer, who got there before Berenstein. And Berenstein now down for the Netherlands. That's a job well done by Nayer. Quick off her line. But now Berenstein is still down for the Dutch, and she'll require some medical assistance. Thanks, Sam, for tuning in from Hong Kong. That's awesome. Thank you very much, Drew. Yeah, we've got a great crowd in here today. I can't believe it. We've got, 136 viewers here on YouTube. Yeah, thank you very much, Drew. Appreciate you tuning in this morning. Which stream was the one I blew up? There was not really any stream I blew up. I guess you could say today's. No, but I don't know. No, I just some days I get a great audience. Other days it's okay. But no, I appreciate everyone who's tuned in. We've got Gia tuning in live from St. Louis. No, yeah, you were here from the start for sure, Drew. Yeah, Nicholas, we've got people from all over the world, truly, from pretty much every continent except Antarctica. Maybe there's someone here from Antarctica. I don't know. It is an international show. That's why I love doing international soccer games, because I really do get a global audience, because it's a global game. That's what I love about football. And this is handled a bit awkward by Van Venendaal, and now a chance blocked as Press had her shot cut out. Now it's crossed into the penalty area. Rapinoe put it into a dangerous area, and it was played in behind for a corner kick. The U.S. will have a chance from a set piece. Your heart is beating fast. You're from India. Oh, Drew, you're in Aberdeen, Maryland right now. Very good. Okay. And here's Megan Rapinoe. Her cross played over the head of Press, and it will be a goal kick. You're from Syracuse, Mike. I was just in Syracuse visiting Syracuse University on a college visit last week. Of course, Syracuse are great for sports broadcasting. I really enjoyed my visit. I was impressed by the Newhouse School of Communication. So, yeah, no, I enjoyed my visit to Syracuse last week. Still no word on added time. We'll get the word on that in about 30 seconds. Thanks for tuning in from North Carolina, Mike. This will be out on the far side for a U.S. throw-in. Well, Nicholas, let's not go that far. I mean, I hate Mexico, but let's not go as far as saying we should injure a player. That's a little bit over the top, I'd say. But we are into stoppage time, and there is the additional time. 5 minutes added on to the end of the second half. Here's Haran keeping the ball in play. But it was the Netherlands who won possession, and they'll earn a goal kick. It's all paid to view down there. Oh, are you New Zealand, I assume. Kiwi, yeah. Very good, very good. Well, I appreciate you tuning in. We've got another Dutch fan in Willem. No, I thought you were joking, Nicholas, but yeah, yep. Stevie Nicol became the coach of the Revs back in 2002. Yep, he was a great player with Liverpool. He was a good coach for the Revs as well. I actually got to meet him when I was pretty young. I got to meet him and Paul Mariner. Sadly, Paul Mariner passed away the other week. Both great guys. Here's Miedema. Now Berenstein. Berenstein beats Ertz. Done with a superb tackle. And now the U.S. will clear. Lavelle sends it away, but the Netherlands have it again. Here is Jill Roord. That cross blocked by Rapinoe. Great defensive work by Megan Rapinoe. And there's a first-time ball into space. It's Kristen Press. Press has Morgan to her left, but the ball gets caught up behind her. And it's an opportunity wasted for the United States. Here's Rapinoe. Rapinoe looking for Haran, but a bit of miscommunication there. And the Netherlands will clear. 3 minutes left in regulation. Yeah, Alex Morgan's playing. She came in as a substitute. Good morning, Igor. Who's the better team, do I think? It's tough to say. Maybe the Netherlands slightly, although it's been pretty even in all honesty. Here's Morgan crossing to the back post, but nobody was there for the U.S., and it will be a Dutch throw-in. Thanks, Dan, for tuning in from Pittsburgh. Yep, Julie Ertz is the wife of Zach Ertz. You are correct, Nicholas. There wasn't really much in the penalty. I thought it was a kind of a weak call, but it was Martins who took the penalty, and Nair came up with the stop. 2 minutes left now. My favorite player is Sam Mewis. Yeah, Sam Mewis is my favorite player. Out it comes for a U.S. throw-in. Thanks, everyone, so much for tuning. We've got about 150 viewers now. This is quite insane. Yeah, I expected Miedema to take the penalty. I was surprised to see Martin step up. And O'Hara goes down for the U.S., met by Van de Donk. Under 90 seconds left now in regulation, and a yellow card is shown. It's just the second booking of the game. The first yellow was shown to Lindsay Haran. All right. Well, thanks for stopping by, Drew. I appreciate it. Yeah, the U.S. have been offsides a lot in these Olympics. You are 100% correct. Gecko, Hecko. Yeah. Yeah, Medina is special for sure. She is a world-class talent. Here's Rapinoe taking the free kick, and it's all the way out for a goal kick. A disappointing service from Megan Rapinoe. And it looks like we're heading towards extra time. Thanks, Brandon, for stopping in. And the full-time whistle coming any moment now. And there it is. 90 minutes, not enough to decide the winner tonight. And it will be the third quarterfinal in the women's soccer tournament at these Olympics to head to extra time. Great Britain, Australia, Canada, Brazil also went to extra time. And this game will require an extra 30 minutes as well. So after 90 minutes of play, it's the Netherlands 2, the U.S. 2. I'll be back after a quick break. After the break, it's an extra 30 minutes from Yokohama. Don't go anywhere. It's an epic quarterfinal in Japan. A spot in the semifinals up for grabs. Welcome back, everybody. Through 90 minutes, the score is 2-2 between the Netherlands and the United States. Yeah, we could be on the way for a shootout, perhaps. We will see how the extra 30 minutes play out. Recapping the goals, absolutely. So in the 19th minute, I believe it was, the Netherlands got out in front, and no surprise that it was Vivian Miedema scoring what was her 9th goal of the tournament. A great goal. She took it nicely on the turn, slotted it into the bottom corner. Then 10 minutes after that, the U.S. responded. It would be a header from Sam Ewis that tied the game. And about 2 minutes after that, Lynn Williams would score to put the U.S. in front. It was 2-1 the United States at the half. And then about midway through the second half, it would be the Netherlands getting the equalizer, Vivian Miedema, with her 2nd goal of the game, her 10th goal of the tournament in just her 4th match. She's been setting all kinds of records. So that's the scoring recap. And I don't know how to fix the authentic error on NBC. I'm not sure why that's happening to you, Twisted Gaming. I'm not sure, unfortunately. All right, so here we go. Thank you for tuning in from Atlanta, Georgia. Appreciate it. You had to work, so you're relying on me to keep you informed. Well, very good. I'm glad I'm keeping you informed with everything going on. And so here we go into the first half of extra time. For those of you unaware, it's a 30-minute extra time, 2 15-minute periods, no golden goal. So they'll play all the way to the 120th minute. And then if it's still tied after that, penalty kicks will decide who moves on to the Olympic semifinals to take on Canada. And so both teams are ready to go. Just waiting for the whistle from the referee as we approach 10 p.m. local time in Yokohama, Japan. It'll be Miedema kicking off for the Netherlands. And here we go. Underway in extra time. And immediately Lindsey Horan wins the ball for the U.S. Quickly has it stolen back. And now it's played ahead to Berenstein. Defended by Dunn. It's a nice move. Accelerating is Berenstein. She gets inside of Dunn. Now a square ball. Miedema could have a chance. And now the shot. It's sent over the bar. Well, whenever Vivianne Miedema has the ball at her feet, you have to watch out. She's looking for a hat trick. Right off the bat to start extra time. Not a bad look for her. All right, thanks for the suggestion, Gecko. So here's now Kelly O'Hara. O'Hara floats one in, headed away only as far as Ertz. Julie Ertz with it. Now finding O'Hara. Ahead for Lindsey Horan. Wide it comes to Rose Lavelle. She had it knocked away. It's a nice turn. And now Van de Donk into the middle. Played ahead to the oncoming runner. And that's across towards the back post. Berenstein looking to get on the end of the service from Lynn Vilms. But the U.S. deal with it. Horan loses it. Now at the edge of the box. Here's a strike. Nair the save. She spilled it for a moment, but quickly recovered. And it was Miedema with the chance again for the Dutch. Yeah, Ertz is a very consistent player. She rarely has a bad performance. Yeah, she's definitely been very good in these Olympics so far. I agree. Here's Rapinoe down the left wing. Morgan, the return pass. Will Rapinoe get there? No, she won't. Goal kick. 93rd minute. We're just underway in the extra 30-minute frame. Yeah, the USA's backup keeper is Adriana Franch. But yeah, you're right. Nair pretty much plays every game. She's their starter, and she's their outright starter. So, yep. No, Suhana. It's extra time first before a possible penalty kick. So yeah, we just started extra time. So yep, 30 minutes of extra time, and then if it's still tied after that, penalty kicks. Here's Berenstein for the Netherlands. Berenstein met by the sliding tackle of Crystal Dunn. It will be a corner kick for the Dutch. And heading over to take it is Jill Roord. '94th minute. And Roord raises the arm, delivers the outswinger. And it's headed into the air, off the crossbar, bounces awkwardly and finds the net. The Netherlands, however, flagged offside, so it will not count. What a wild sequence. But the goal will not stand. The header was popped high into the air, and it went off the top of the crossbar. Nair misread it, and then it was headed in. But yes, indeed, offside was the right call. Although VAR will certainly look at this. On the replay, well, certainly Berenstein was offside, but it was put in by, I believe, Van de Donk. And so we will see if indeed the call is upheld. That was a wild sequence. It reminded me of the Liverpool game-winning goal a couple seasons ago against Everton. It was kind of the exact same play, except this was a corner kick. That was from a free kick where it went off the crossbar twice, and then Van Dijk was there to head it in as Pickford misread the ball. Yeah, well, this is a long check, and this is obviously a pivotal decision here in extra time. Yeah, looking at the first replay, it looked offside, but maybe I was looking at the wrong player because this is taking a lot longer than it would have if it was obvious. So we shall see. The referee continues to wait as the video assistant referee looks over and over at the replay. And yes, it is confirmed. Offside is the call. It took a while, but just not enough evidence to overturn the original decision. So offsides indeed, as the Netherlands will make just their second substitution. Remember, you're allowed an extra substitute if the game goes to extra time. So 6 substitutions allowed for both teams, and this is just the second change made by Serena Wigman. And so in the 97th minute, the U.S. catch a break. Could have easily been the Netherlands taking the lead, but it is no goal. Jill Roord has come off. Victoria Pelova coming on. And that's turned over in the middle. And Kristen Press retaliates by committing the foul. Quick restart by the Dutch. Van de Donk. Certainly nervous moments for the U.S. here to begin extra time. That's one back by Press. Now Morgan. Poor pass forward. And out of her box is Van Veenendaal. 98th minute of play. Yeah, it looks like both teams, especially the U.S., they're definitely getting tired at this point. Fatigue playing a factor, of course. It's a game every 3 days throughout the tournament until the final, where you get 3 days in between the semifinal and final. But outside of that, it's 2 days between games throughout. Definitely a much more compact schedule compared to the World Cup, for example. The World Cup spans over a month, whereas the Olympics are 2.5 weeks. That's out for a U.S. throw-in. Rapinoe into Haran. Back for Rapinoe. Now Rose Lavelle. Ahead for Rapinoe. Cuts inside. Great move. Rapinoe still going. Rapinoe going for the shot. Tried to slip it into the near post, but it finds the side netting instead. And a goal kick for the Netherlands. Well, it was a great bit of skill from Rapinoe, but she certainly had options across. Haran was a prime option at the back post, but Rapinoe decided to take it on herself. Here's the goal kick. Leaping header won by Lavelle. Now Rapinoe driving forward. Deflected pass, and the Netherlands win it. This is played forward for Van Berenstein. Van Berenstein couldn't get there. Instead, it's Sauerbrunn. Oh, that's a poor back pass by Horan. Could lead to a chance. Miedema still going. Vivian Miedema keeps it in play. Ertz recovered nicely. And now the U.S. get numbers behind the ball. This is crossed into Berenstein, lays it back, and the volley is, or the half volley sent over by Pelova, the substitute. And we've reached the 100-minute mark. 5 minutes left until the first period of extra time concludes. And then 15 more minutes for the second period of extra time. Lindsey Horan. Now Morgan to Rapinoe. Rapinoe to the end line. On her right foot. Looking for support, and now the flag goes up. Offside called. So a free kick for the Dutch. How old is Rapinoe? I'm not even sure. I gotta look that up. I'm not sure. How much time is left? Well, we've got about 19 minutes left in extra time. And then we have 4 minutes left in the first period of extra time. There'll be a quick minute break or so before the second period of extra time gets underway. And both teams will switch sides. So Rapinoe is 36. Okay. I was going to say 35. Yep, you are correct. Horad and Gecko, yes. Do I think there will be a penalty kick shootout? It's tough to say. I'm not sure, to be honest. Because the way this extra time has played out, there's been chances for both teams. So I could see a goal. But we shall see. Here's the long ball forward. Dahlkemper wins the header. The Netherlands, very patient here. Berenstein, the step over. Leaves it for Lynn Wilms. Sauerbrunn, the clearing header. And now sent forward by press. Netherlands back with it. On the turn, it's Pelova. Pelova, wide for Wilms. Now she crosses. There's the header. Saved. Nair parries it away from goal. It will be a corner kick. That's a great service from the right wing by Wilms. A powerful header. And Nair able to make the stop and keep it out. Yep, almost Miedema again. She could easily have a hat trick by now. This will be Alike Martins to take the corner. She had her penalty saved, I should say, in the second half. Corner kick comes back out to her. And now it's floated towards the back post. Horan got ahead to it. Now a Netherlands corner from the far side. No, Christy Mewis isn't in right now. Nope. Well, thank you very much, Esteban. Thank you very much, Esteban. I enjoyed doing it. No, I mean, fatigue's certainly kicking in, but both teams are still going. Not quite 100 miles an hour maybe, but both teams are going for a goal, particularly the Netherlands right now. And that ball all the way through for a goal kick. Miedema went down, but not enough for a penalty. You're tuning in from Dallas, Texas. That's awesome, Esteban. Thank you very much. Thanks, Milkman. So we are moments away from the second period of extra time. We'll see if there's any stoppage time here. Looks like we will have a couple minutes tacked on. Thanks, Michael. Thank you very much for the kind words. Rapinoe, wide for Haran. Haran crosses, presses there. The header's over. A bit wide as well. So, yes, there's confirmation. 2 minutes of stoppage time here at the end of the first period of extra time. Thanks so much, everyone, for tuning in. I've never had this many viewers. We have 206 people in here. Wow. That is wild. Rose Lavelle is in there, Will. Rose Lavelle came in as a substitute in the second half. The U.S. once again win possession off the Dutch goal kick. There's Kristen Press with a touch, but can't find a teammate. And now it's played forward to Berenstein. Berenstein defended by Haran and Dunn. And it will be a goal kick. Berenstein in disbelief. Well, thank you, Omar. Thank you very much. I'm glad you think I'm an amazing commentator. I appreciate it. Here come the Dutch again. This is Berenstein going for a goal just over the bar. The Dutch continue to pose a threat in the offensive third. Not a bad effort whatsoever. My prediction, I'll say the U.S. and PKs, which frightens me. What channel am I watching the game? I'm watching the game on NBC Sports Network. I live in the United States, so if you live in the USA, this game is on NBC Sports Network, Telemundo, NBCSports.com, and the NBC Sports app. And there is the whistle signaling the end of the first period of extra time. And so through 105 minutes of play, it remains the Netherlands 2, the United States 2. And I will be back after a quick break for the second period of extra time. Don't go anywhere. The final 15 minutes on the way. Welcome back, everybody. We get set for the start of the second period of extra time. You're from Brazil, Garota. Very good. Thank you. I appreciate the kind words. Canada has no coverage, Nicholas. Oh, you mean the women's team in Canada even? Are you saying? Well, hey, the Canada women had a big win earlier against Brazil in penalty kicks. My favorite player, Will, I would have to say is Sam Mewis on the national team. Yeah. I would have to say. Well, thank you, Gia. Appreciate the kind words from everyone. So here we go. Both teams back onto the pitch. We're ready for the final 15 minutes. We'll play to 120, and then if it's still tied after that, we will have penalty kicks. Thanks, Maria, for tuning in from Chile. Yes, go U.S. Absolutely. Oh, really? Canada didn't air yesterday's Gold Cup semifinal in Canada? That's pretty disgraceful. Well, Jonathan, maybe I'll bring out the long goal, but I am an English commentator, so I tend to stick to the English commentary ways. But maybe I'll become a Spanish commentator and say goal for like a minute long. We'll see. Oh yeah, I know, Mike. I know. I experienced that in the Nations League final. So I'm very aware. I was on the call for the Nations League final, and yeah, there's plenty of. I mean, there's some respectful Mexican fans, but some are crazy. Yeah. Thank you, Smiley from Germany. Sorry, I had to remind you that Brazil lost. As this cross from Morgan is cut out, it will be a U.S. corner right away to begin the second period of extra time. Yeah, I know Canada's all about hockey, but with Canada men's national team improving, that's got to change, and the women's team is really good as well. And Toronto FC, of course, have won MLS Cup a couple of times in the last few years. Greetings from Qatar. Thank you, Cruyff, for tuning in from Qatar. We've got a New Yorker watching from Paris as well. Thank you, man. Now here come the Netherlands. Cross floated in. Header off the mark. It was Miedema again. She's been on the end of all the services from both the left and right side. So goal kick awarded, 107th minute of play. Yeah, well, if Miedema keeps this up, I'm sure she will win the Ballon d'Or. Thanks, Mark, for watching from the Philippines. As Lynn Vilms will take the throw-in. It's one back by Haran. Lavelle to Crystal Dunn. Sauerbrunn surveying her options. Now gets it to the feet of Dunn. Netherlands win it back. But that's too heavy of a touch by Berenstein. Thanks, Carlos, for tuning in from New York City. You're a Seattle Sounders fan. All right. That pass out of play. It will be a U.S. throw-in. It's been a thrilling day of quarterfinal action. All of the games have been really good. It's unfortunate that some of the quarterfinals overlapped. In fact, we had 3 games going on at once at one point. Here's Miedema. Space opening up for the Dutch. Driving forward here is Pelova. And Janssen's pass handled by Nair. No, I'm happy to make work easier for you, Nicholas. I'm happy to do it. Yeah, the U.S. are they've made 4 changes, so they're still allowed to make 2 more substitutions. So we could see more substitutions coming from Vlatko and Anofsky. And thanks, Simon, for tuning in from Queensland, Australia. Oh, this is a chance. Here's the shot. And Kristen Press has scored, but the flag has gone up. It's another offside goal for the U.S. I've lost count as to how many they've had this tournament. Yep, a right foot just beyond the last defender. So the goal will not count. It stays 2-2. Oh, wow. Chris tuning in from Sierra Leone. That's awesome. Yeah, I think I've had a viewer from every continent except Antarctica today. I also have a viewer from Botswana. And VAR is checking the goal, so wait a minute. But yeah, looking at the replay, I think her right foot was offside. Yes, and it is confirmed. Offside is the call. Thank you, Gecko. Yeah, that's 8 offside disallowed goals for the U.S. this tournament. What, they had like 4 against New Zealand alone. We have about 10 minutes left. 10 minutes plus stoppage time. Oh, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Twisted Gaming. Here's Alex Morgan. She has pace down the right flank. Morgan couldn't quite keep it. Nice recovery there from Janssen. Haran applies the pressure. Netherlands hold on to possession. Philemon watching from Tanzania. Wow. Appreciate it. We've got a Denmark person from Denmark tuning in. Oh, you're a Swede watching from Denmark. All right. Yeah, Sweden have been looking good, I will say. As that cross is blocked. No, it was straight out. Rapinoe came sliding in, but apparently didn't get a touch. So a goal kick it is for the U.S. as Palova was making the run for the Dutch. Thanks, Michael, for from the Philippines. We got Emmy from Atlanta. Song from South Korea. Gringa from El Salvador. Awesome. Kyle from Queensland, Australia. As Haran is fouled in the midfield. Foul committed there by Van de Donk. Yeah, thanks so much, Nicholas. Yeah, I want to be a commentator in the future. That's the goal. That's the goal. Here's Morgan at the near post, trying to flip that one on. Couldn't get a touch, and Van Venendaal was there. All right, Twisted Gaming, you're from Illinois. Very good. Yeah, I'm from Massachusetts. So we got Thomas from Brownsville, Texas. We got representation all over the place. We have about 8 minutes left. 8 minutes left until stoppage time here in the second period of extra time. Now it's Berenstein, turned over in the midfield. Ertz to Rapinoe. She sends in Morgan. Van Venendaal is out. Morgan with an open goal, and she'll score. The United States are not going to take the lead. The flag is up. Another offside. Unbelievable. Another offside. Wow. And yep, that was a more obvious decision by the assistant referee. At the same time, I mean, yeah, the ball was played by Nowen, but it's still called offside. However, that was intentionally played by the defender. So, oh yeah, but she became involved in the play before that, I suppose. Yeah. So yeah, the offside call stands. Morgan can't believe it. Yep, that's 3 goals disallowed, something like that. Yeah, I think the U.S. men have a chance of beating Mexico. I mean, Mexico are certainly the favorites, but I think the U.S. got a shot. They have they're a great group of guys. They found ways to win. Obviously, Mexico will be a stern test, but look what Canada did yesterday. They put up a great fight. So yeah, I think the U.S. will have a chance. The U.S. men, that is, in the Gold Cup final against Mexico Sunday night, which I'll be on the call for. Here's Rose Lavelle in some trouble, playing it on the ground, and eventually cleared it out for a throw-in. They should have left Lloyd in, perhaps. 115th minute. 5 minutes remain in the second period of extra time. No, I don't only stream soccer, as that's a free kick given. I stream a little bit of everything. I do soccer, American football, ice hockey, baseball, tennis, and basketball. O'Hara has shown a yellow card. I have been doing a lot of soccer this summer because I'm a big fan of international soccer tournaments. I always love the summers with international tournaments. I've been covering the Euros, Copa America, Gold Cup, and now the Olympics. It's been a lot of fun. So Kelly O'Hara shown yellow. Free kick for the Netherlands with about 5 minutes to go. Yeah, Canada put up a great fight, the men, last night against Mexico, no doubt. This ball floated in. My favorite team besides the national team when it comes to club teams, the New England Revolution are my local club, so they're my favorite MLS team. And then I'm a fan of Chelsea in the Premier League as well. As this ball will be picked up off the bounce by Alyssa Nair, and she'll throw it long immediately. This is well beyond midfield, but Rapinoe's not going to get there before Jackie Gronin. Yeah, I like Tom Brady for sure. I mean, I was sad to see him leave the Patriots, but I'm a huge Patriots fan, but I'll still always love Tom Brady. Yep. I know, we've got about 300 viewers in here. Absolutely insane. Now here's a bouncing ball. Van Venendaal off her line. Rapinoe in the area. I love Christian Pulisic. He's a great player. He's a great player. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Simon. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I do remember the Chelsea-Ajax 4-4 match. Yep. And Alex Morgan making the run here, but that was read nicely, and the Netherlands have it once again. The game is being streamed, if you're in the U.S., on NBCSports.com, as the Netherlands have it on the far side. Sauerbrunn defending, but the pass is given away. Haran with the steal, and now it's a long ball forward. It's a gorgeous ball. Rapinoe's there, looking for support. Megan Rapinoe going for the shot, but it's skied over the bar. Goal kick for the Dutch. What's going on, Connor? Is Alphonso Davies the best North American player? Yeah, you could argue he is, yeah. I don't know, Faisal. That's a good question. I think Buchanan could be off to Europe by the end of the season. I'm not sure about Turner. He might be with us one more year. But, yeah, both of them could be gone rather soon to Europe. They've been absolutely fantastic. Messi or Ronaldo? I have to say Ronaldo, but I am Portuguese, so I have a bias there. As this ball is played ahead to Kristen Press. Press looking to cross. That is blocked. It now falls to Rapinoe. And now the Netherlands have it. Nice slide tackle. It's won back by Haran. Here's the cross. Press settles. There's a clearance last second. Great recovery by, I believe that was it Vandergracht? I think it was. Corner kick coming for the United States. Thanks for watching from Guam, Christine. Thank you so much. Yeah, we have it's the 119th minute, so about a minute left until stoppage time. No, I can't show the game for copyright reasons, unfortunately. Here's Rapinoe, the outswinging delivery. Now it comes out to Dahlkemper. Now a chance in front, but Haran sends it just wide. A golden opportunity for the U.S. Haran took it nicely and put it just wide. So close the U.S. have been from taking the lead. Thanks, Charles, for watching from Turkey. I like Real Madrid. Greatest U.S. soccer player. I don't know. What? Ever. Probably Landon Donovan on the men's side. On the women's, perhaps Mia Hamm. Thanks for watching from Tibet. That's awesome. I'm from the United States, so I'm watching the game on NBC Sports Network. That's headed over the end line. We've reached the 120-minute mark. How much will be added on? 1 additional minute. So 1 minute will be added on. Yeah, Mango. I'll be. Yes, I want to become a sports broadcaster as Haran takes a shot from distance, and it's not a good effort whatsoever. Goal kick for the Dutch. So yeah, in college, I have 1 more year of high school, and then in college, yes, I'll be majoring in sports media communications or broadcast journalism. So yes, Christine Lilly is a good shout as well. Yeah. Here's the goal kick for the Dutch. A final whistle coming any moment now. Crystal Dunn ahead for Rapinoe. Bouncing ball. Can Morgan get there? Yes, she can. Morgan falls down, but just lost balance in the end, and now Van der Gracht will clear. And it'll be a free kick. Sauerbrunn went down, but not enough time left. We are heading to penalty kicks. Penalty kicks coming, and that will decide the winner. 120 minutes, not enough. 2-2, the final score. I'll be back for the penalty kick shootout next. You won't want to miss it. A suspenseful penalty kick shootout is on the way. Welcome back, everybody. At the end of extra time, it's the Netherlands 2, the United States 2. And we will have penalty kicks to decide the winner. It's obviously a cruel way to decide who bows out, but that's how the winner will be decided. Yeah, absolutely. And so here we go. What a game it has been. I might have been tired at the start of this game, waking up a bit early, but I'm certainly wide awake now. And so here we go. Both teams getting hydrated and getting set for these PKs as the penalty kick order is being decided momentarily. And so we'll see how it plays out. Yeah, it's a stressful ending for sure if you're a fan of either of these two teams. And that is true, Mike. If you don't have a rooting interest, then penalty kicks are awesome. But if you have a rooting interest, well, that's a whole different story. Cooper, I'm watching this on NBC Sports Network. Yep, I'm watching this on NBCSN. I think it's also on Telemundo and then on the NBC Sports app as well as NBCSports.com if you're in the U.S. And so we get set for the penalty kicks. First, the coin toss between the captains, Van Veenendaal and Sauerbrunn. That will decide which side the penalty kicks take place on and who will kick first. And I will be putting up a scoreboard, which will be the scoreboard for the penalty kick shootout. So don't be confused once I put that up. It was 2-2 after 120 minutes, and now we head to PKs. Here we go. Well, I think penalty kicks are a fitting way to decide the winner, honestly, considering how evenly matched these two teams have been. Because it's been a fun game. You could argue that the Netherlands perhaps deserve to win, but here we go. PK is coming. 50-50 chance indeed. It's really a coin toss when it comes to the penalty kicks. Some would argue it's like the lottery. And so the penalty kicks will take place on the right side of the pitch, and the Netherlands will be up first. Here we go. The first penalty kick shooter for the Dutch, no surprise, will be Vivian Miedema. So Miedema, who's lit the tournament on fire, will step up first for the Dutch. The referee just reinforces the rules on the penalty kick shootout to both goalkeepers, Alyssa Nair and Sari van Venendaal. And so here we go. This is what it comes down to. Vivian Miedema stepping up first for the Netherlands. She had both goals for the Dutch today. And she will get these penalty kicks underway. Alyssa Nair is set on her line, and the referee ready to blow the whistle. Miedema ready for the kick. There's the whistle. Miedema steps back, and now ready for the run-up. The first penalty kick. Saved! Alyssa Nair with a big-time save, diving to her right and denying the player who's been the star of the tournament. A superb stop. And it's a great start to the penalty kick shootout for the United States. Not that bad of a shot either from Miedema. But Nair guessed the right way. And what a stop that was. And now for the U.S., their first shooter, Rose Lavelle. Lavelle, a deep breath. Here she goes with her left foot. Lavelle scores. Perfectly placed shot. 1-0 USA. Finding the left corner. And after one round, it's the U.S. with the 1-0 lead in the PK shootout. Yeah, even the greatest can miss it, indeed. So here we go to the second round of the penalty kicks. It will be Dominique Janssen for the Dutch. A lot of pressure on her to score now. Can Nair make another stop? Janssen tucks it home. Bottom right corner, a composed finish as Nair this time guessed the wrong way. She went to her right again, and it's 1-1. Sorry, Mike. For the penalty kicks, it's hard to change the color theme. I will change it once it goes final, depending on who wins it. I can't show the game, Ivan, unfortunately, for copyright reasons. I apologize. And so here we go. Alex Morgan now will look to put the U.S. back in front in the penalty kicks. And she does. The left-footed finish. Cool as you like. 2-1 USA. On the bottom right corner. And a roar from Alex Morgan after she converted. And now for the Netherlands, up steps Stephanie van der Gracht. Yeah, guys, I unfortunately can't show the game for copyright reasons. YouTube's very strict with their copyright rules. Thanks, Bethany, for tuning in from Ghana. Appreciate it. And so here we go. Van der Gracht for the Netherlands. Off the post and in. Oh, man. It was so close to a miss. Van der Gracht, a sigh of relief. The post this time was her friend. On another day, maybe it wouldn't be. 2-2. Yes, I will be doing Mexico-U.S. Gold Cup final on Sunday. Yeah, it's Sunday night. Yep. Thanks, Christina, for tuning in from Armenia. Here's Kristen Press. Press scores. What pressure, says Kristen Press. Real composed finish. Every U.S. penalty kick has been real nicely taken. Lavelle, Morgan, and now Press. As Van Venendaal guessed the wrong way. And so now stepping up for the Dutch will be Aniek Nouwen. As we head to the fourth round of these penalty kicks. Nouwen to tie it. No! Alyssa Nair makes the save again. Her second of the penalty kick shootout. Nouwen denied. Not the best taken penalty either. And now the United States have a chance to win it and advance to the semifinals. Megan Rapinoe to send the U.S. through to the next round. Can she do it? Or will Van Venendaal keep Netherlands alive? Rapinoe to win it. She's done it. Roofs it upper 90, and the United States are moving on to the semifinals of the Olympics. It was never easy, but the United States pull through in the end. What an epic game. A well-played game by both teams. But in the end, the United States pull through 4-2 in the penalty kick shootout and will face their North American rivals, Canada, on Monday. Well, well, well. What a finish. The United States celebrate. And how about Alyssa Nair? 2 penalty kick saves. Absolutely fantastic. And it will be a USA-Canada semifinal. I cannot wait for that. A heartbreaking defeat for the Netherlands, meanwhile. You have to feel for them. The Netherlands put up one great fight, but it just wasn't enough in the end. And the United States were just very, very solid on their penalty kicks. All 4 converted penalty kicks were really no doubters. And then Alyssa Nair making those 2 big saves. So it was absolutely a thrilling ending. And the United States pulled through in the penalty kick shootout. Well, it was a great game. Thanks so much, everyone, for tuning in. That was nerve-wracking, nail-biting, whatever you want to say. But the United States pulled through. That will do it, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will be back. My next broadcast, I believe, will be Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time for the U.S. men's national team's Gold Cup final against Mexico. That will be must-watch. And I'll also be on the call Monday morning for the U.S. women in action against Canada in the semifinals. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate the kind comments. I can't express my gratitude enough. I hope you guys enjoy. The United States moving on to the semifinals of the Olympics.